Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Community Skirmish number 157. Once again, my name is Lysanya, not Lasagna, and a big thanks to everybody tuning in to the live stream here on twitch.tv/thatlasagnaguy. Also, a big thanks to everybody tuning in on the live stream at twitch.tv/gunsofIcarus. Yes, that's right, for those of you tuning in on the main Guns of Icarus live stream, thank you so much for tuning in. Also, a big thanks to everybody tuning in on the replay, both on YouTube and on Twitch. Thank you to everybody for watching here today. SCS number 157 about to begin here in just a couple of minutes. We're going to get started here, and we have our referee in the lobby here today. His name is Huskar. Huskar, of course, is the one who runs SCS these days, so we are very excited to have him here. And, of course, let's go ahead and open up the lobby for everybody to see. Today's first matchup will be Fancy Cloud Dancers versus the Alto Trading Company. Fancy Cloud Dancers will be on red. Alto Trading Company will be on blue. So that'll be our first matchup of SCS number 157, and for those of you who wish to follow along with us here today, of course, that link is on the forums. In fact, I will post that for all of you here. The link to follow along with the tournament is posted now in the live stream. Actually, by the time you hear this, it should already be posted in the live stream. So, of course, it's the challenge website /SCS157. That link, though, is in the Twitch chat there. But of course, a big thanks to everybody tuning in. We have 3 outstanding teams ready to go here today. 2 of them will get us started here in just a couple minutes. And we are waiting for that timer start. Of course, teams are being called in. All the teams are in, and we are ready. I'll let Huskar know that we are ready for that timer. Yes, and Huskar's about to start our timer. Here we go, folks. The lobby timer has started, and for those of you tuning into your very first SCS here today, very simple rules. It's a 2v2 tournament. First to 5 kills wins. First blood matters in terms of a tie. So you want to be aggressive early and often. Of course, it's a double elimination tournament, but today it's actually a round-robin tournament because we have 3 teams. So each team will play each other once. The 2 teams at the top will face each other in the grand finals. And of course, the team that is on top at the end of the round-robin tournament will go in with the advantage and will go in as the red team. So once you get to that grand finals, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Each team has 1 pause they can call up to 2 minutes. At the referee's discretion, you cannot have a active engagement in order to get that pause of 2 minutes. And of course, all referees' decisions are final. So of course, Huskar is the one that runs this tournament. So in that case, Huskar's decision is final. He is judge, jury, and executioner here today. We are all just along for the ride here today. So again, a big thanks to everybody tuning in. And we, of course, have that lobby's timer started. And, of course, there's 4 minutes in a lobby. So the first 3:30, you can do whatever you need to do. Change ships, change lobbies. Or, excuse me, not change lobbies. You can't really change lobbies. You can change loadouts, though. But you can change loadouts. You can change your ship. You can change your tools. You can change everything. But the last 30 seconds of the lobby, you can't change anything. And we have ships calling for changes. In fact, we got a Pyramidian now. We've got a Gat Artemis Pyramidian up here. Paired with a Junker, an Artemis and a mirrored Gat Banshee, against a Blenderfish. Don't see Blenderfish very often in SCS. And I remember this ship. I remember this ship fondly. This is the ship right here that I was on when I first defeated a Rider team in SCS. This exact ship right here, the Banshee Double Caro. That was outstanding. By the way, Huskar wants me to tell all of you to say hi for him. So Huskar says hi and says that he is judge, jury, and executioner here today. I just informed him. I just informed him what I just told you guys. So there you go. Of course, we got about a minute until lock there. Minute till lock. There we go. It is true, though. It is very true. Okay, and we got to change up there. We got to change. They're switching to Mobula. They're going Merc Mob here with Double Artemis. So that's because probably the Fancy Hydra is a Merc Mobula as well. And they're going Gat Hades on the side. Interesting. All right, that's interesting. We got some slightly non-meta. It looks like Dementio is very happy. Spudnik very happy. They're not going to make any changes. Let's take a quick peek to see what they got. They got Lesmok, Heavy Clip, and Lock Shot. Interesting. Of course, for that gunner, Lesmok probably for the Gatling, Heavy Clip for both, and Lock probably directly for that Gatling gun. And we are about to have all ships locked here. All ships are about to be locked. And let's take a quick peek at everything. There is the lock call right there, 30 seconds until we begin our first matchup of SCS number 157. And of course, once again, a big thanks to everybody tuning in here today. We are about to get started, and we have a lot of people who are hosting us here today. Thank you so much to everybody who is hosting me here today. And a big thanks, of course, to Muse, twitch.tv/Guns of Icarus, and a big thanks to everybody hosting me here today. Like I said, a lot of people hosting, a lot of people to thank later on. All right, and that's the ready up call, so all ships must ready up right now, and here we go with the beginning of SCS number 157. Good luck to all teams as the first matchup is underway. We are going to start off on Ashen Scuffle. Ashen Scuffle, of course, is one of the newest maps in Guns of Icarus. In fact, it is the newest PvP map in Guns of Icarus, but it won't be for much longer because Ashen Scuffle is a 2v2 map in which was ported over from Alliance. In my opinion, it's the most beautiful map in the game. It has a day and a night version. We are on the day version of Ashen Scuffle here today. Of course, we have the Tunnel of Love in the middle, and we will take a look at that in just a second. Let's do the ship callouts. Ship number 1 is the Fancy Hydra, piloted by Dementio. We have a Merc Mobula with double Artemis on the bottom, and a Gatling and a Hades on the wings. Ship number 2 is the Gizmo Duck, piloted by Spudnik, a Banshee up front, a Gat Banshee on one side, and a double Carol on the other. Ship number 3 is the GFA Flying Flounder. It is a Mobula piloted by Captain Scrowbeard, a Merc Mobula, double Artemis on the bottom, and a Gatling and a Flare on the wings. And ship number 4 is the Alltech Show, piloted by Steam Brains. We have a Gat Artemis Pyramidion with side Banshee and a Flare gun. Of course, on this map, there is the infamous Tunnel of Love right there. That is a tunnel that goes all the way through the middle of the map. If you just look right through here, this is the Tunnel of Love, aka friendship pellets that get shot through there. I think you know what happens when friendship pellets get shot through there. But GFA Flying Flounder has been hull broken here. They are down about 10%, 15% perma. Not a whole lot, but it is something, as those mercs, of course, will tear through armor. So there's a hull break on the Fancy Hydra. Let's actually look at this from the perspective. Well, that cloud cover, of course, is in the way. Very rude cloud cover right there. Let's look at this from the Fancy Hydra's perspective, as the Gizmo Duck is there, as is the Alltech Show. And Fancy Hydra now trying to move in. Fancy Hydra, actually, now they're trying to move out as a good shot goes onto the Mercury. Good job by the Alltech Show trying to disable the Mercury of the Hydra. However, they're moving in a little too aggressively right there. They're going to get hull broken for their efforts. That is a poor decision by the Alltech Show. Moving in like that, they're going to get ripped to shreds. They should die here. They should die here for that, for those transgressions. That should be a hull break and a kill. Indeed, it is 1-0 in favor of Red. A poor decision by the Alltech Show. They're going in too aggressively. Now the Flying Flounder is caught in a 1v2. They do get a hull break on the Fancy Hydra. They need to get some shots out, though. They need to get some permahull damage. And Gizmo Duck moving very aggressively on the Flying Flounder, as they should. Flying Flounder backing up the truck. They realize that this is not a good time to be in this engagement. They are hull broken. And shots going into the Flying Flounder. They are down to about 40% perma. Not a good spot for them to be. Not a good spot at all, as they are about to get hull broken and killed here. And in fact, they are, and the Alltech Show has just started the meat grind, folks. The snowball is on. Alltech Show spawning in on the fight. They have seen him. Oh, this could be very bad for Alto. Deja vu all over again. This is not good for Alto, as they are looking for that little tiny crack there in the Tunnel of Love, and they are looking for it. I believe they have found it, but could it be too little, too late? Lesmok Gatling going out onto the Alltech Show. They are looking for that hidey hole. They're not going to get it. That should be a kill. They're not going to get it. That should be a kill. As soon as that armor goes down again, that should be a kill. In fact, there it is, 3-0 in favor of Red. Deja vu all over again, like I said, folks, to quote Yogi Berra. Alto has this bad habit of spawning in and just letting the snowball happen, going down 1-0 to going down 3-0. That first death, always a problem for Alto Trading Company. That seems to be a bad habit of theirs. They need to correct that. And it's just, it's been a nasty habit of theirs. They need to do something about that. They need to get their teamwork down. They need to get their spawns down. They just need to get their teamwork cleaned up here. As, of course, they pass by the Tunnel of Love here. They're heading towards the nice fluffy clouds over here. Those are very fluffy clouds, but they are very rude clouds, too. They do not let us see through. Although they are equal opportunity, full of heck, because they do not let anybody see through them. They're very full of heck. As looks like both blue ships have spawned in. Let's swing the camera around and let's show everybody where each of these ships are. And this might be a little more advantageous for blue, as they are getting in up close and personal to the red ships. This might be a little more to their liking. One small problem with that plan, though, the Hades coming out very quickly from the Fancy Hydra. Now the Ultech Show moving in. They're looking for a Tiger Uppercut on the Gizmo Duck. Looks like they do get it, but that's not going to affect them very much, as they do have Banshees and Gatlings, which arc down very well, and the Flying Thunder goes down. That is 4-0 in favor of red. One more kill for red will win this matchup. Ultech Show caught in a 1v2. They're in their own spawn, but it's not going to matter. They will probably die before they get that other ship back in. There's the hull break. Not looking good for blue. Not looking good at all. There are no engines on blue. Absolutely no engines on the Ultech Show. They get that armor back up. Actually, they might get their spawn back in, but it might be too little too late. They're going to have to spawn right in there, and there's the double gat. That should be the kill. That should be the match, and indeed it is. 5-0 in favor of red. A nice clean win for red side, and that is the Fancy Cloud Dancers. A perfect showing by Fancy Cloud Dancers. And folks, we will be right back with more SCS number 157. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back with the next matchup. All right, folks, and for those of you just tuning in, thank you for tuning in to Sunday Community Skirmish number 157. We'll be getting started with our next lobby here in just a minute or two. So sit tight, folks. We will be right back with all the action here. And we'll be right back, of course, with your lobby proceedings. So stay tuned, folks. SCS number 157 will be right back. Just a minute or two. All right, folks, and we are back here at SCS number 157. Once again, a big thanks to everybody tuning into the live stream and the replay from twitch.tv/that Lysanya guy and also twitch.tv/Guns of Icarus. We are here in our second matchup of the day. Of course, those are not the teams that are going up against each other. We will have Alto Trading Company on red, and we will have SMGS on blue. All right, so there we go, folks. That sets us up for the next matchup. And, outstanding. Another person hosting us here today. Lots of people hosting us here today. Another one from Lysanya Shade, so thank you so much for that. Lots of people hosting us here today. In fact, let me give a quick thanks to everybody hosting us here today. In fact, the list just keeps growing and growing and growing, so let's thank those people. Lysanya Shade, of course, just hosting us here. And, of course, the Guns of Icarus channel. Critics Ships, Abby the Rat, Grim Dark Psychosis, Guagadu MC, Muglo Maniac, The Alltech Show, Hat Ninja 007, Zeriath, and ISG Bazinga all hosting me here today. So a big thanks to everybody hosting me here at Lysanya's Lounge here today for Sunday Community Skirmish number 157. Seriously, a big thanks to all of you. It's very important, in my opinion, for all of the small streamers to kind of come together, and even big streamers as well. Of course, I can't call the Guns of Icarus live stream a small stream, but still, all of us streamers kind of have to come together. We're kind of our own big community and whatnot. And it's nice to see the outpouring of love from all of our fellow streamers. So thank you so much to everybody who's hosting my channel here today. And of course, we're going to get into the second matchup, which will be on Canyon Ambush. Of course, we've got a Mobula and Fish for the Alto Trading Company. Looks like they're going with a... That is an interesting Mobula right there. Gatling with a Banshee Artemis. That's an interesting build, especially against a Galleon. With a Hwacha Fish side Gatling and Carronade. That's a pretty standard build right there. That's a pretty standard build. Of course, they're going up against a Hades Mobula, which is absolutely a meta build. And of course, this Galleon right here, they're running a triple Artemis. Oh, excuse me, triple Artemis. Oh my god, a triple Hwacha. There we go. Triple Artemis, what am I thinking? No, triple Hwacha Galleon. That would be impressive, a triple Artemis Galleon. That would be pretty impressive. With that lonely twin carronade. I always like that lonely twin carronade, the heavy carronade on the Galleon. I find that it's better for defensive purposes because you can pop the balloon and take people out of arc completely with that carronade with just 2 shots. I do find it to be very useful. Of course, we have a lobby timer down to about 30 seconds. In fact, it's probably down to about 10 seconds by the time I'm done talking. And Huskar will let us know when these ships are locked, which should be right about now. Nope, 10 seconds. I'm off by 10 seconds. It's okay. It's quite all right. But you know what? Here we go. Here comes the lock. And of course, they are still running that. I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised they're not taking double Artemis. That Banshee is a little surprising there. That is a very surprising Banshee. I don't know. They don't have much balloon popping potential on any of these ships, really. In fact, the only balloon popping potential they've got is the Flares, the Heavy Carronade, and the Hades. That's all they got. So I'm a little surprised to see that they're not going double Artemis here. They should be able to keep their height up very well. I just don't know. I don't know. This is a curious decision not to go with double art. We'll see how it plays out, but yes, Tri-Art Galleon is new new meta. I agree. It is indeed. Of course. Heavy Artemis. No. Seraph Tempest Missile Launcher is triple Seraph Tempest Missile Launcher. Oh wait, they changed it. But of course, we are now getting our next match started. Our next matchup will be on Canyon Ambush. Of course, it is a canyonous map with lots of places to ambush. Yes, I know I am contractually obligated to state that until I renegotiate my contract. So there you go. Of course, it is a very intriguing map. One of the favorites here in SCS, at least one of my favorites, at least. And here we go, folks, with the ship callouts. Here we go, folks. Ship number 1 is the Who Needs a Map, piloted by Steam Brains. We have a Mobula with a Artemis up top, a Gatling and a Banshee on the bottom, and a double flak on the wings. Ship number 2 is the GFA Narwhal, piloted by Captain Scrowbeard, a Hwacha Fish with side Gatling and Carronade. And that is the wrong button right there. Let's try that again. Ship number 3 is the Reborn, piloted by Sunstrom, a Hades Mobula with double Artemis on the bottom, Gatling and a Flare on the wings. And ship number 4, is the Queen Kerwin's Revenge, a triple, I almost did triple Artemis again, triple Hwacha Galleon with that lone heavy carronade right there, a Gatling and a Flare on the back. Oh my god, what is with my fascination of Artemi here today? What is with my fascination of Artemi here today? I don't know, and I'm just going to check myself before I wreck myself again. Meanwhile, the Reborn appears to be bait here, as the 20-minute timer has started, as Reborn is looking to get some scouting done. Queen Kerwin's Revenge looking for their little hidey hole, and they are deciding to hidey much well. As the Reborn gets a spot on the Who Needs a Map, they know which direction they're coming from, so Queen Kerwin's Revenge, of course, will react to that. Reborn, of course, with that good spot out there. They did not spot the Reborn. However, most likely, if the spot goes out that early, you know it's coming from mid. So you know, you have an idea that they're probably either A, driving it down mid, or B, they're going to be holding up in their own spawn. However, Queen Kerwin's Revenge has decided to drive it down mid. They are going in, and they're going to get very aggressive here. I love this move. Look at this. They're going to get a clean engagement if Fred's not careful here. They're going to get a clean engagement. They need to be very careful. Look at the... Oh, the flank has been busted. The flank has been busted here. GFA Narwhal looking to get that Hwacha in. They do get the Hwacha in, but they bounce on the ground. That's not a clean Hwacha, but it's enough to get a lot of those guns off the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. In fact, they cannot shoot back, so the Queen Kerwin's Revenge losing 3 guns. Looks like 3 heavy guns there, as GFA Narwhal is content to absolutely pound the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. That is a balloon down on the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. That is a hull down on the GFA Narwhal. Queen Kerwin's Revenge bottoming out. They will bottom out, but they will not lose that hull just yet. They're down some engines. Now they will lose the hull. Red looks like they have something here. They've got a hull break. They've got a balloon break. They've got an everything break. Those Hades missing the GFA Narwhal. That is a bump into the balloon. A good bump by the Narwhal. Looks like they're going to try to keep them grounded and pounded right now. Who needs a map turning for the Reborn? GFA Narwhal, however, maintaining control on the Queen Kerwin's Revenge. Looks like a Hwacha going out of the Who Needs a Map? Who Needs a Map? Hull broken. Let's actually take a quick look over here. Hull breaks on both of the Mobulas. Looks like they're going to dive as the Reborn. Who Needs a Map with advantage right now over the Reborn? Looks like that Banshee's actually coming into play here. Oh, this could get very interesting here. This could get very, very interesting here. Whoa, hello. Okay, there we go. Okay, the GFA Narwhal, of course, trying to get the Reborn. This could be very dangerous for the Reborn. That is a Hwacha Fish aiming for the Reborn. That's a Lockgat going for that front gun. They're going to try to ram him, but they're going to kill themselves if they get the ram. They're going to kill themselves. Reborn notices this. They get about 50% perma off of them. They're down to about 10 now. As they switch to the Who Needs a Map, a smart choice right here. A very, very, very smart choice right here by... Yes, very, very smart choice by the Reborn. As the Queen Kerwin's Revenge back in play here, GFA Narwhal is in trouble. The Who Needs a Map trying to match balloons with the Reborn, able to do so successfully. Not quite successfully, but they do have that Banshee. Looks like Lockgat going off on the GFA Narwhal. That's a hull break. One measly rocket will kill them, and there it is. Blew up 1-0. However, Who Needs a Map trying to kill the Reborn. First kill indeed to Blue. That should be a kill on Who Needs a Map. In fact, it will be 2-0 in favor of Blue. That means, of course, that SMGS will take the early lead, 2-0 in favor of Blue. Very, very well played here. Very well played by Red. However, oh, we have some problems here with the, uh-oh, that's not good. Oh, don't fail me now. Don't fail me now, stream. Come on. Breathe some life into it. Hang on. There we go. Okay, we're breathing some life into it. There we go. Everything is fine. Everything is perfectly fine. Nothing to worry about here, folks. Absolutely nothing to worry about here, folks. All right, let's make sure that is working as it should. There it is. Everything is working just fine. Perfect. Don't fail me now, stream. All right. Here we go with the next engagement. Queen Kerwin's Revenge at about 40% perma. Reborn similar. GFA Narwhal, however, hull broken. That's not a good spot for them to be. As they're hull broken, they're getting ripped to shreds here. They're down to about 5% perma. Actually make that 0% perma there, completely broken. It is 3-0, and Who Needs a Map getting in late to the party. This is not good for Red. Again, teamwork failing them. Hull break on the Who Needs a Map. Gatling's going out, Watch is going out, and the selfie 4-0 in favor of Blue. Wow, that was a terrible engagement for Red. An absolute train wreck. That is bad luck for Red. Blue's timing is just way off right now. Whew. Only 5 minutes gone by in the match, and already Red is down 4-0 and facing elimination here. One more death, and Alto Trading Company will be eliminated from SCS number 157. This is not a good spot for them to be. This really is not a good spot for them to be. This is tough sledding here. We're waiting on that spawn here. Waiting on that spawn from Red. Of course, we take a look at both Blue ships. I gotta say, this is gonna be. Oh, here we go. We'll hold that thought as Red spawns in. Red has spawned in with all of their ships, and they are immediately spotted by the Reborn. That was fast. Who Needs a Map, of course, is trying desperately to get height advantage. And the Hwacha already hull breaking them. My goodness, that was fast, and that is going to be death. Wow. Could this get any worse for Red? Apparently not, as Blue wins 5-0. Not as clean as Fancy Cloud Dancers, but they get the 5-0 win, as Alto Trading Company has been eliminated from SCS number 157. My goodness. Just, wow. This is rough sledding for Alto Trading Company. I mean, the teamwork just not there today. Not at all. Whew, not good at all. But of course, our next matchup will feature SMGS and Fancy Cloud Dancers, so stay tuned, folks. We will be right back with more of the action here at Sunday Community Skirmish number 157. All right, folks, and we are back here at SCS number 157. Once again, a big thanks to everybody tuning in, and we are about to get this next match underway. We are currently in the lobby as we have, of course, SMGS gracing us with their presence here again. SMGS will be on red this time, and we will have Fancy Cloud Dancers on blue. Let me verify that, though. I believe Fancy Cloud Dancers, yes, Fancy Cloud Dancers will be on blue for this one. Very good. So here we go. This next matchup will feature SMGS on red versus Fancy Cloud Dancers on blue. And I throw that question out to the audience as well because there was a good discussion going out in Twitch chat earlier, actually while we were on break. There was a discussion about what Alto Trading Company can do in future SCS tournaments. But basically, I pose a question out to the Twitch audience. Alto Trading Company has been really struggling in SCS, and I ponder if Alto Trading Company just simply decides not to play the SCS meta and play their own game, would they do better in SCS? I don't know. I leave that question up to you guys. Would they do better by just simply playing their own game as opposed to playing the meta? But I'll leave that to you guys. We will focus, of course, on the next matchup here, which is, of course, SMGS versus Fancy Cloud Dancers. This is for advantage going into the Grand Finals. So this has effectively become a best-of-3 series going into this matchup. All right, now, of course, we've got some Mobulas, we got some Galleons. Are these going to be... is this going to be a mirror match? It looks like it might be a mirror match here. In fact, I am sensing a mirror match here. That is a Merc Mybula. Oh my goodness, it is a... Oh, no, it's not quite a mirror match. We got one with the Hades, we got one with the Banshee. Not quite a mirror match, but it's about as close as you're going to get without being one. The main guns are definitely mirror match, so there you go. As we have about a minute to go in this lobby. About a minute to go. And Blue has decided Blue's decided they're ready. They're ready to go. They have no more worries at all. And, excuse me. Flynn Donovan, basically coming in to the chat, basically saying that he says that he finds half the battle is to find out what ship your opponent has and to adjust accordingly. For instance, due to the sheer size of the balloon, Mobulas really suffer from balloon popping weaponry. Same with Galleons. I agree 100% with that. The only downside to that is that if, with the Galleons, if you're not disabling guns as well, you can also find yourself in a very difficult spot to actually get those balloon pops. But you're absolutely correct. Same with Spires as well, but you don't really see Spires in SCS, so... You don't see them very often. Very rarely. But we got about 15 seconds until lock here to make that 10. As teams are deciding if they want to make any further switches. Looks like that will not happen here. Looks like we are going to stick with our ships here. We have, of course, the food-themed SMGS. The food-themed Cucumber Sandwich and Planetary Spring Roll. Versus the Fancy Hydra and the Flary Flakin. So is that like Flare Flakes or something like that? Flary Flakin. Is that like Flare Flakes? Part of a complete breakfast? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, we're about to get this next match started here. And we are in match number 3. Once again, in SCS number 157, this has effectively become a best-of-3. We have knocked out Alto Trading Company from SCS number 157. And here we go. This next matchup is on Water Hazard. Water Hazard, of course, is a very balanced map with all types of ships being able to work out for anyone here. Let's get to the ship callouts. Ship number 1 is the Cucumber Sandwich, piloted by Water It's Me. It is an open-face Mobula Sandwich with a Mercury up top, double Artemis on the bottom, a Gatling, and a Banshee on the wings. Ship number 2 is the Planetary Spring Roll, piloted by Sunstrom. It is a Metagallion, a Huacha, and a Carronade on one side, a Lumberjack and a Flak on the other side, with a Hades and a Flare. Ship number 3 is the Fancy Hydra. piloted by Dimentio. It is a Mercury Mobula with double Ornmus on the bottom, a Gatling and a Hades on the wings. Ship number 4, the Flary Flaken, piloted by Sputnik, a Meta Galleon, Huacha Carronade on one side, Lumber and Flak on the other, with the Hades and a Flare on the back. It is almost a mirror match here. Almost a mirror match. Not quite. The only difference is, of course, being that one hull side wing gun. Of course, red bringing the Banshee, blue bringing the Hades. That is an interesting decision to bring the Hades, I must say. Very interesting, as the Flary Flaken has been balloon broken to the point of our Donovan here. Of course, those ships are very, very weak to balloon disables. Lumberjack's absolutely able to tear into the balloon of a galleon. Same with the Mobula. Of course, you have to have a good shot on that Lumberjack. That is very important. Of course, now it looks like this is going to be a sniping match, which on Water Hazard is not surprising. Of course, we got Merc Mobs going at each other. We got the Galleons going at each other. And Huskar is not keeping chat clear. I will tell him to keep chat clear. Keep chat clear, please. Warnings everywhere. There we go. There we go. So, Planetary Spring Roll, of course, going for the Fancy Hydra. They are balloon popped. And they are diving. They are definitely diving. Of course, oh, there's the Bridge of Doom right there. Bridge of Doom, of course, the undoing of many a pub pilot. And Fancy Hydra, of course, getting focused right now about the Planetary Spring Roll. They're about to get balloon popped again. Fancy Hydra, they are balloon popped, as the Planetary Spring Roll also almost balloon popped. And they are not doing too well right there. Of course, Fancy Hydra hurting with that hull. That armor is not doing too well, but they do get it back up. They're not losing that. They're not losing any perma hull just yet. No armor breaks, no nothing. As Flary Flaken, say that 5 times fast, is moving around the corner. Looks like they're going for the Cucumber Sandwich. They are moving across the Bridge of Doom here. And Fancy Hydra hydroing up, it looks like, into the Cucumber Sandwich. A great plan. They've got a 3-second 2v1 here. They got a 3-second 2v1, and Fancy Hydra trying to distract, trying to get the Planetary Spring Roll to come after them. Flary Flaken doing a good job getting around the corner. They're going to get a hull break on the Cucumber Sandwich. That is a hull break of about 20-25% lost perma hull. Now the Fancy Hydra themselves pay for it. They're going to lose about 25%, 30, 40, 50, 80, 90, 100%. 1-0 in favor of red. Wow, that distraction backfiring as Flary Flaken was trying to go for a different approach angle, and it did not pay off as the distraction, the bait gets caught in the trap. 1-0 in favor of red. Not good for blue, as red has first blood advantage, and Flary Flaken trying to move for the corner. They are just begging for that corner. They should get that corner, though. They should get the corner, and they do have hard cover now, so they are okay. And they will get Fancy Hydra into the picture with no perma-hull damage, so they are okay. And Flynn Donovan. So Flynn Donovan, if you want to check out the gun loadouts, they were shown at the beginning of the matchup, if you want to check that out. And let's see here. Here we go with the next engagement. Looks like the Fancy Hydra is putting shots out on the Planetary Spring Roll. Flary Flaken, of course, is sitting there down low. They're just chilling down there, waiting for the Fancy Hydra to do things. Flary Flaken, of course, is now going to make their move, but they are not really in a position to assist just yet. Therefore, a 1v2. Now it's 2v2. Now Flary Flaken getting some shots out, but a little late right there as the Fancy Hydra is already hull broken, but they're going to burn their balloon to get out of gun arcs. Sacrificing some balloon to protect that perma. Job well done by the Fancy Hydra. And now Flary Flaken put some medium-range shots on the Cucumber Sandwich. Let's actually take a look at the Flary Flaken, as they are going very aggressive right now with those flak shots onto the Planetary Spring Roll. Now the Lumber shots going out, the Hades shots, all the shots going out on the Planetary Spring Roll. And they're hull broken here and balloon broken. Those flak shots landing true on the planetary spring roll. That is a couple of flak shots landing true on the planetary spring roll. They're going to lose about 75% perma. Fancy Hydra, balloon and hull broken, but they cannot follow up. Red cannot follow up, so Fancy Hydra saved right there by the Flary Flakin. Well done, good teamwork. Even though Flary Flakin late to the party, they do come back and put some shots out of the planetary spring roll. There, hull broken again. It's planetary spring roll. So is the Flary Flakin. Looks like there are going to be some merc shots going into them. Not much perma going down though, only about 10%. And Fancy Hydra getting very aggressive with the Cucumber Sandwich, as they should. As they should. They should be focusing the Cucumber Sandwich right now. Flary Flakin hull broken. As we are looking at this from Cucumber Sandwich's point of view. Oh, they bumped the environment. They're going to get turned, and they're hull broken. Oh, that's a big mistake by Cucumber Sandwich. That's a big mistake. They are turned sideways. And they've got nothing to work with, really. They need to find some cover in a hurry. Cucumber Sandwich, hull broken, balloon broken. They are about to become an open-faced Sandwich here. Yeah, that's not good for them. They're still in trouble with about 5% perma. Those are shots going into the balloon. Those are shots going into the hull. Those are shots going into ships, folks. That is 1-1 all tied up. Well done by Blue, coming back right there, getting a good engagement on both red ships. In fact, planetary spring rolls hurting. They're down to about 15-20% perma. And they have realized this is not looking good for them. In fact, this could be death unless they get hard cover. In fact, they've got a little bit of hard cover there. Blue Ship 4, Flary Flakin, is trying to burn Moonshine to get into position. Planetary Spring Roll does have some hard cover here, but not much of it. They've got enough to stay safe as Cucumber Sandwich has spawned in. They're going for the Fancy Hydra. A great play by Red. I like this. I like this play by Red. Cucumber Sandwich has to get a quick hull break or the Planetary Spring Roll. One of the two. If they can get it, they've got something to work with here, but the Cucumber Sandwich decides to go for the Flary Flakin. Flary Flakin is not a danger to the Planetary Spring Roll, but now they are. But by going for the Flary Flakin, they're going to lose that arc here. I would say maybe a bit of a mistake in terms of choosing their focus. Planetary Spring Roll is going to get 2v1 for their efforts here. By not focusing the Fancy Hydra, they may have cost themselves a death here. There's a death right there. It is 2-1 in favor of Blue. Cucumber Sandwich now backing up. They should be okay. They need to dive for hard cover here, but of course they've got some hard cover available to them. If they look left or if they look right, they've got hard cover. Not backwards, though. Backwards does not yield hard cover. All right, and of course Blue moving in on Red right now. They are moving in slowly but surely as Planetary Spring Roll spawns in. Let's take a look at them right now as they spawn in behind hard cover, and Cucumber Sandwich looking to dive behind that same cover as well. Looks like they are. Yes, they are. As we have a momentary break in the action, as we are waiting for teams to spot each other. Of course, Blue has an idea of where Red is. Now Red getting spots out. Blue should be getting spots out any second as the Cucumber Sandwich putting shots out on the Flary Flakin. A good job right there. Putting shots into the Flary Flakin as almost half the match has gone by. Good engagement by Red right here. They've got something to work with here as the Flary Flakin is hull broken. They're diving for... Oh, a mistake by Flary Flakin. They hit the environment right there and take out 50% of their own perma. And they are going to try to ram the Cucumber Sandwich here. Is this a desperation move? That appears to be a move of desperation right there. Flary Flakin is going to go down as a result of that. Gotta question the decision-making right there by Blue as it's all tied up at 2. Wow. What just happened there? And Cucumber Sandwich hull broken. Fancy Hydra looking to put out the 1v2. They do get some perma-hull damage on the Cucumber. They get another hull break. They're getting some perma-hull damage. Fancy Hydra might take a 1v2 here. They're going to take a 1v2, 3-2 in favor of Blue here. Fancy Hydra, a great job winning the 1v2. That's going to give Blue the advantage here as Flary Flakin spawns in. They're going to lose Hull, though. They're going to lose Bloom. Flax going into the Fancy Hydra, though. Was this too early of a push, though? Gotta question the push, but, you know, they do get the hull break on the Planetary Spring Roll. But they don't have arcs to follow up. Cucumber Sunwitch spawning in right on top of the Fancy Hydra. Flurry Flake and trying to make best speed to get in there, but my goodness. This is getting a bit sloppy here. I think both teams trying to get a little too aggressive here. Fancy Hydra moving in on the Planetary Spring Roll. Planetary Spring Roll, balloon broken, almost hull broken. Looks like they might get the... No, not quite, but they will get the hull break there. Planetary Spring Roll is hull broken. They're aiming their shots right at the balloon of the Planetary Spring Roll. They're trying to get that perma-hull damage. They are not quite able to do so. Fancy Hydra in a bit of trouble here. They are balloon broken. That is Stamina Arc into the Fancy Hydra. Well done by the gunner, getting the balloon break. That is a tough shot right at the tip top of that arc, of that Stamina Arc at least. My goodness. Fancy Hydra's now in trouble. Flurry Flaking out of position. Cucumber Sunwitch has Fancy Hydra right where they want him. And Gatling going out on the Fancy Hydra. Fancy Hydra looks like they are in trouble here. Fancy Hydra about to get hull broken. They are hull broken. Artemai looking to follow up. There's an Artemis shot. There's another one. There's another one, but they do get that armor back up. No, they don't. Will they go down here? That balloon's almost down. That balloon goes down. Hades going into the hole. That should be a kill. Flak finishes off. 3-3 all tied up. This is a close matchup, folks. A very, very close matchup here in this third matchup of SCS number 157. Job well done by both teams. It's now best 2 out of 3 kills. As Flurry Flakin looking to pick up a 1v2 of their own. Planetary Spring Roll, hull broken, balloon broken. Now they get that armor back up. No, they are hull broken. Flurry Flakin looking to return the favor, get a 1v2 out here. However, those engineers really doing their work right there on the Planetary Spring Roll. Job well done by those engineers as Cucumber Sunwitch looking to move in. Actually, it was Fancy Hydra that got the 1v2 earlier. So Flurry Flakin, excuse me. I keep wanting to call them the Fairy Flakin. They are the Flurry Flakin. Like I said, say that 5 times fast. I apologize to that pilot. I apologize to Spudnik for mispronouncing their ship name. But the Flurry Flakin, doing a fantastic job in that 1v2. Really just grinding it out, driving down Planetary Spring Roll, and that's going to allow Fancy Hydra to get back into position. Those little subtle things that really make a difference in SCS. And now shots going into the Planetary Spring Roll. Looks like they're looking for that balloon break. They do get the balloon break. Flurry Flakin now looking to get focused by Red. They're looking to take out that armor. Planetary Spring Roll still without balloon. Now they have it. And there's a hull break on the Flurry Flakin. Cucumber Sunwitch still very close, very aggressive right here. Very aggressive. But they do have hard cover. They got some hard cover here, folks. A little bit of hard cover. Flurry Flakin getting focused. That's a balloon pop on the Flurry Flakin. They are going to have to back up, and it looks like we have a bit of a stalemate here. We have a stalemate here, and neither side really looking to push too aggressively. So the Planetary Spring Roll has been balloon broken again. Cucumber Sunwitch looking for that direct hard cover. Are they going for the Flurry Flakin, though? No. They are turning as if they're going to look at the Fancy Hydra. Is this a bit of a positioning mistake by the Cucumber Sunwitch? I don't know. I would have to say, unless they're looking to distract. This might be a bit of a mistake, unless they're trying to halt and advance by blue. These are just little subtle moves right here by both teams. They're not looking to push. Both teams realizing if they push too aggressively, they're going to get punished. What do you do if you're red? What if you do if you're blue? Blue has decided they're going to go for the Cucumber Sunwitch. And Planetary Spring Roll just looking to stay low, get low, and stay low right now as they are finally rising up. Looks like they've got what they want now. Blue's looking for the Planetary Spring Roll. Looks like they're getting aggressive right now on the Planetary Spring Roll. They're putting all the shots out onto them. Cucumber Sunwitch is a bit turned out of position here. Planetary Spring Roll might be hull broken for their efforts here. But no, they're going to keep it up. They're going to keep up that armor. Fancy Hydra deciding to turn the corner. Here we go, folks. Hull break on the Planetary Spring Roll. Blue's deciding now's the opportunity. They get the hull break on the Planetary Spring Roll. Planetary Spring Roll can't put that hull, though. Good job. Cucumber Sunwitch about to be hull broken. Hull and balloon broken on the Cucumber Sunwitch. Flax going out on the Cucumber Sunwitch. Flax missing. No, they do hit their mark, but the armor goes back up just in time. Now shots going out on the Cucumber Sunwitch once again. Flax hitting this time. Will they connect fully? No, only one shot into the Cucumber Sunwitch. Cucumber sandwich in a world of hurt right now. That should be a kill right there for blue. They've driven the planetary spring roll off. It is 4-3 in favor of blue. Planetary spring roll with about 10% perma. This could be the match right here. This could be the match. Planetary spring roll with only a sliver of perma. Fancy Hydra with 9 stacks on that hull. Did somebody miss a chem cycle? I believe if a flare got into the hull of the Fancy Hydra. That should be a hull break right there on the Fancy Hydra. That should be a hull break. In fact, it will be, but they cannot follow up because Planetary Spring Roll is running. However, it does take an engineer off of a gun, so that flare does provide a bit of breathing room for the Planetary Spring Roll. That's one less Artemis going into them. So in that sense, that flare may have saved the matchup for them. At least it may have saved their engines. So that's a possibility. Of course, we have shots still going out onto the Planetary Spring Roll. Fancy Hydra looking to finish it off right now. Flurry Flakin looking to pop that balloon and drive him into the ground here. If you look at the map here, Flurry Flakin right at the top of the map. Planetary Spring Roll at the bottom of the map. And shots going out from the Planetary Spring Roll looking to get a cheap balloon pop here. Will they get it? Yes, they will get the balloon pop onto the Flurry Flakin. 3:35 left in the matchup here. Red needs a kill in a hurry. In fact, both teams will most likely be playing for the win, not the tie. Especially when it's 4-3. Gotta say, what a matchup here. What a matchup. There's a shot that takes out a Mercury field gun. Now it looks like they're playing the disable game. Looks like both teams are going to jockey for position. Flurry Flakin moving up. They realize that their perma hull is bigger than their perma hull, so they're going to move up, and they're going to try to draw attention from both red ships. Planetary Spring Roll not buying it, though. They're staying on the Fancy Cloud Dancer. No, they're deciding to back up. They may go for the Flurry here. Flurry going aggressive on the Planetary Spring Roll. They're looking to ground and pound here. They're looking to grind out that balloon. Looks like they're going to go for the Planetary Spring Roll right now. They get the balloon break. They're getting aggressive here. Fancy Hydra looking to move in. They may be going for the Planetary Spring Roll and say, screw it, we're going for the win right now. There's the hull break. They're camping that hole, though. Will they get it? There it is. The flak perfectly timed. Blue wins 5-3. Well done by blue side. Blue, of course, is the Fancy Cloud Dancer, so they will have advantage going into the Grand Finals. They win the first matchup here. We are going into the Grand Finals up next. Stay tuned, folks. We will be right back for the exciting conclusion of SCS number 157. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back. All right, folks, and we are back, and we got a special treat for you here in the grand finals of SCS number 157. Folks, welcome to the world premiere of Misty Mutiny in Sunday Community Skirmish and competitive play as a whole. Here we go, folks, the first showing of Misty Mutiny in competitive play. And for those of you just tuning in, a big thanks tuning in for Sunday Community Skirmish number 157, our weekly competitive tournament here in Guns of Icarus. And we have, of course, our timer started. And let's go ahead and take care of these. Let's take care, of course, of these teams. Looks like we will have Fancy Cloud Dancers on red, and we will have SMGS on blue. All right, folks, so once again, we have Fancy Cloud Dancers on red versus SMGS on blue. That will be the first of our two grand finals matchups here, unless Fancy Cloud Dancers wins, in which case it will be the end of SCS number 157. SMGS must win to proceed with SCS number 157. All right, and here we go, folks. We got 2 minutes left on this match timer here. Of course, Misty Mutiny, also a map that was ported over from Alliance. This is the brand new map here in Guns of Icarus. This is the newest map in Guns of Icarus. Literally the newest map in Guns of Icarus. Literally. At least in terms of PvP, that's for sure. Of course, we've got another new map coming in the near future. That's right, we got another new map. Of course, I know I'm cross-referencing events here, I understand, but bear with me for just a moment as it will pertain to SCS. For those of you who remember Skyball, there was a map called Graveyard. That map is coming to Skirmish, non-Skyball version Skirmish. That map is coming to just straight deathmatch in the near future. So, of course, it is loosely based off of Battle of the Dunes and what's that other one? Duel at Dawn. There we go. Loosely based off those maps. Of course, it was the Skyball map originally, but that map is coming to Deathmatch here very, very soon. At least according to what I'm hearing. That's according to Richard, who runs the experimental crew. So, we will certainly see if that holds up. Of course, if you want to get an early peek on some of these new maps, like, say, Misty Mutiny that comes into Skirmish, you can check out the experimental crew. You can check out the dev app testing on Fridays and Saturdays. You can always check that out. They had an emergency session on Sunday, but that's okay. Let's get into this first matchup of the Grand Finals. This first matchup of the Grand Finals will be on Misty Mutiny. Misty Mutiny is the newest map in Guns of Icarus PvP Skirmish. Misty Mutiny is based off of a defense map in Alliance. And here we go, folks. It does feature close spawns. It's a vertical map, so here we go. Ship number 1 is the Deicide, piloted by Dementio. What we have here, I believe, is a meta. No, it is not a meta. We have a double carronade on the short side. We have a lumber and a... Is that a flak over there? No, that is another carronade, a lumber and a, oh my goodness, a triple carronade. Triple carronade junker with a Hades and a harpoon on the back. A very interesting loadout. Ship number 2 is the Flary Flake and piloted by Spudnik. We have a meta galleon here, Huacha and carronade on one side, lumber and flak on the other with a Hades and a flare. Ship number 3 is the Reborn, piloted by Sunstrom, a Hades Mobula with a double Artemis on bottom, Gatling, and a flak on the wings. Ship number 4 is a Cucumber Sunwitch, an open-face Mobula Sunwitch with a Mercury up top, a double Artemis on the bottom, Gatling, and a flare on the wings. That is piloted by Water It's Me. All right, and of course, blue going low, red going high. As this first matchup of the Grand Finals is underway, red, of course, running double Gal versus the double Mobula of blue. And of course, if Red Side wins, if Fancy Cloud Dancers wins, that will end SCS number 157. They will be our champions for this week. If Blue wins, then we will have a third and deciding matchup in SCS number 157. All right, here we go, folks. Both teams jockeying for position. Looks like both teams... Uh-oh, I think they've spotted each other, folks. I do believe they have spotted each other. All right, yes, they have. They've spotted each other. Galleons moving. Look at this formation of these Galleons. That is a beautiful formation. They are just moving as if they were synchronized to swimmers or something. And yeah, that's going to be a half point deducted by the judges on the Dia side because he is clearly not moving in tandem with the Flurry Flakin. But Flurry Flakin moving out here, he is going to put some shots onto the Cucumber Sandwich. Those shots raining down true onto the Cucumber Sandwich. And they get the balloon break on the Cucumber Sandwich. Meanwhile, the Galleon's okay right now. They are not taking any balloon breaks of their own, nor any hull breaks just yet. This is going to be a tough matchup for Blue, though. Blue going double mob. Gotta wonder, are they going to keep up with the firepower? Of course, so far they are. They might actually get the first hull break here. Will they be able to keep up with the firepower? Mobulus can do so. Of course, both Blue ships are going to be very susceptible to balloon breaks. As if we take a look at the gun loadouts here, they're running double Artemai on that ship. They're running double Artemai on that ship. So basically, this whole matchup is going to be dictated by the lumber gunners on both ships, both red ships here. If the lumber gunners are able to control the action, they should win. However, lots of hard cover available on this map, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Of course, the Dia side bringing that triple carronade, a very curious choice. Very curious choices. The Flurry Flakin's hull broken. They lose about 5% perma there. They lose only about 5% perma. They get that armor back up, but those shots are raining true onto the Flurry Flakin there. They're not doing so well as the Flurry Flakin. That armor is hurting, but the Cucumber Sandwich and the Reborn both balloon broken, so they're not able to follow up. Dia side putting some good shots out there onto both Blue ships. At this point, you gotta wonder, should Red go split push here with the position Blue has? On the map, Blue has backed themselves into a corner. Should Red try to do a split push? Not push all the way in, but basically split fire and send one of their ships over to their west. Should they decide to do that? Dia side right now losing some perma hull again. They lost about another 15%. They're down to about 80%. Still holding on, but Blue, I would say, has the advantage of just picking them apart right now. Red really needs to consider maybe a minor change of tactics here. Flurry Flakin deciding to go around the east side. I don't like this move. I think they should go around the west side, not the east side. Because they're in the corner right now. They can't really do anything. The west side would flush them out. I don't know if I like the east side push. We'll see if it pays off, unless they're trying to flush them west. But they were already cornered to begin with, so a bit of a curious decision. Flurry Flakin, of course, trying to take all of the shots away from the Dia side. They're trying to move the Dia side up. Looks like they will move the Dia side up. Flurry Flakin, meanwhile, doing its job. There's a bit of a bump right there. That's a bit of a bro fist right there. Except that bro fist not quite hitting the balloon of the Flurry Flakin, so they will take a hull break for their efforts. We'll back this up and we'll look at this from Blue's perspective now. A little bit from Blue's perspective. As the action gets a little closer, and Blue looking to put some shots into the Reborn. Reborn's in trouble. They're balloon broken. They're hull broken. And they're taking shots. That flak does hit the Reborn directly square in the jaw. They're going to take some perma hull damage for that. That's about 25% perma knocked off immediately. Dia side now taking some Hades shots, but not too many. They're missing with those Hades shots. Now they're connecting. Well, then again, then I say they're connecting, then they're not connecting, right? Cucumber's hull broken. Oh, they're missing, though. The Flurry Flakin missing those shots. Those are some lumber shots breaking the Cucumber Sandwich. Now they just need to get some flak shots and some Hades into the Cucumber. That should do it. If all the bounce and the Hades follow up, 1-0 in favor of Red. That's a kill right there, and the Reborn's in trouble. They realize they're in a 1v2. They've decided they're going all in on the Dia side. They're looking for anything they can get on the Dia side right now. A very bad position for Reborn to be. Reborn's hull broken. Reborn just needs to take as much perma before they go down. No, but they just get the hull break as they go down. Bad luck by Blue. 2-0 in favor of Red. Sunstrom calling for a pause. That should be a granted pause. That should be a granted pause. Yes, pause has been granted for Blue. Pause has been granted for Blue. Stable. Oh, somebody's got some lag issues. That's okay. That's okay. A valid reason to pause. And we should see some spawns come out here any second. The fourth spawn should come into play. But that's okay. Yeah, forced to spawn is an issue. Yeah, and both sides understand that. That's not a problem. The forced spawn is going to come into play here, and that is what it is. But, of course, both teams will be allowed to spawn, or actually the blue team will be allowed to spawn in because of the forced spawn there, waiting for, of course, a reconnect on that fourth ship. That's the second blue ship, and that's a forced spawn right there as well. So both teams force spawned in. And, of course, we are waiting for the restart here. So we got a little bit of a break in the action. And while we take that break in the action, once again, a big thanks to everybody hosting us here today. A lot of people tuning in. So a big thanks to everybody both tuning in, hosting me here, and everything in between. Of course, VODs will be up later today. So if you want to check out any of the replays, any of the individual matches, plus the full replay of the live stream, you can check that out on my channel. That, of course, is Lysanya's Lounge on YouTube. You can also check it out on the SCS channel as well, listed as Sunday Community Skirmish. You can check that out on both those channels. They will be there later today. And it looks like Blue might have to call in a sub here. And pause timer is almost up. And Red offering to give a gentlemanly pause to Blue here to give them a sub. Job well done. Gotta give a slow clap to Red for that. That is good sportsmanship right there. That is good sportsmanship by Red. Allowing Blue to find that sub. Pause is officially over. Red will most likely be giving their pause. Yes, Red is officially giving their pause right now to let Blue get their sub in. So good job by all teams involved. You like to see this. You like to see this in SCS. You really do. Good sportsmanship, good camaraderie all around. This is good. We like this. All right, so we got 30 seconds of the pause expired. We've got a minute 30 left in that pause. Of course, most likely what will happen is a gentlemanly pause will come out afterwards to allow Blue to get that sub in. Oh, sub's on the way. Perfect. Sub is on the way. This is good. And we will, of course, go to ship number 4. And await that sub to jump in. All right, we will wait to see who jumps in here for Blue. While we have a break in the action, like I said before, thank you so much to everybody tuning in to Sunday Community Skirmish number 157. This is, of course, the grand finals of SCS number 157. The first matchup, if Blue wins, we will have a second matchup here. Blue, of course, is SMGS, so if they win, we will have a second matchup of SCS, of the grand finals of SCS 157. If Red wins Fancy Cloud Dancers, then this tournament will be over. Fancy Cloud Dancers will win Sunday Community Skirmish number 157. We are waiting, of course, for that backfill. And it looks like we have VS backfilling here. VS has backfilled onto the Cucumber Sandwich. Pause is officially over. Will we have a gentlemanly pause, though? Yeah, they're declaring ready. So here we go. The pause is over. Here we go. We continue now with SCS number 157. Spots are going out right now. Spots are going out. Blue deciding it is time to run. They have decided it is time to run here. They're running for hard cover, and they should get that hard cover. Even if they get balloon broken, they should have that hard cover. Shouldn't be an issue at all, as looks like both modulas now taking their time to turn around, and they're going to focus who? Are they going to focus the Deicide, or are they going to focus the Flary? They're going to focus, looks like the Deicide here. Deicide's got some soft cover right there. Yeah, it looks like they see the Deicide. They're going to put some shots onto the Deicide. Deicide, of course, about to look for hard cover here, and they've about got that hard cover. They should have it now. Deicide with the hard cover, and now Flary flaking, looking to put some flares out. However, of course, they're a little bit too far to get those flares out. Little bit too far. They're not really going to get those spots out at that range. They need to get a little closer to get those spots. Actually, they might have the spot on the Cucumber. Nope, Cucumber's backed up just enough. But they do see the Cucumber. Now they get the spot out, now that the Flary Flakin has split up. And I think this is the way to go if you're red. I think if you're red, you need to go split push here. Not push all the way in, but you need to go split fire here, just like they're doing right now to basically flush them into a corner. That'll back up the Mobulas into a position they don't want to be in. And the Reborn's in trouble. Reborn is indeed... No, not quite hole broken just yet. Let's look at the Reborn right now. Reborn is diving very low. That would be a very dangerous spot for them to fall. That is a spike trap right there. A spike trap of doom. Or at least a stalagmite trap of doom. I guess if you could call it a stalagmite. I guess if you can call man-made stalagmites, I don't know. Anyway, of course, these are city ruins. Periton Rumble, eat your heart out or something, I don't know. This is the happy version of Periton. This is the sunshine and snowflakes version of Periton. Periton is like the doom and gloom version. This is the happy sunshine, everything is okay version of Periton. Everything is just fine. See those explosions in the background where your ship's explosion? Don't worry, it's sunny. Everything's fine. All right, and of course, Blue's having some trouble deciding on what they want to do here. It looks like they're going to play into the split fire game. And if that's the case, advantage red. Blue needs to choose a single target and go for it. Yeah, I'm not sure what Blue is thinking right now, but right now this is playing into Red's advantage. I don't like this call by Blue. Now they're deciding to switch to the Deicide. I think they've realized that split fire is going to be advantage Red, so they're going to make the switch. They're going to switch to the Deicide. They're going to switch to the Deicide. Look for hard cover. A great plan right here by Blue. They're going to push the Deicide back and then most likely go for the Flary Flakin', but the Cucumber Sunwitch is now hull broken and balloon broken, but that flak just missed. I believe that was a flak that just missed. Might have been. Actually, no, the Deicide does not have a flak. They have a lumberjack. No flaks on that ship. Oh, that is actually a Carronade Mark II. I apologize, folks. I just realized that is a Carronade Mark II. The other Carronade, so they can actually shoot with that thing on the Deicide. That is my bad, folks. I thought that was a short-range Carronade. I should have realized that. That's my bad. In fact, let's look at Red Ship number 1 real quick, and let's double-check as they have only one of those short-range Carronades on the short side. Of course, the skin of those Carronades is exactly the same, but the Nemesis is the new Carronade, if you look on that. The Nemesis is the Mark II, effectively, which can work at mid to long range, but not so much long range, but at mid-range it works. The Hellhound is the short-range Carronade, so that's my bad on that, folks. As the Flary Flakin' now pushing in, they're going for the Cucumber Sunwitch, and it looks like they got a balloon break on them. Yes, they do. They're getting very aggressive. The Deicide also moving in. Let's look at this from the Cucumber Sunwitch's point of view. Oh, they're back. Uh-oh, this is trouble for the cucumber. This is trouble for the cucumber. Oh, this is big trouble for them. Those flax, those Hades, everything's raining true on them. Oh, but they get that balloon back up, saving them. Cucumber's in a world of hurt right now. They are about to be, oh, yeah, there they go. 3-0 in favor of Red. Red just going om nom nom, open face sandwich. Reborn realizing this is big trouble right here. Reborn again having to push in on the Flurry Flakin and say, okay, what can we do here? We've got to get some permahull damage on something. This is not good for them. They're trying to move into range here. They're moving into GAT range, but man, this is just not working well for Reborn. Reborn has no way to approach. Their hull broken, their balloon broken, the flax coming out, the flax missing, the Hades raining true though. They get that armor back up. Cucumber Sunwitch back in play. Reborn's in trouble, though. Reborn in big trouble. That armor's almost broken. That hull's almost broken. That balloon's almost broken. Both are broken. Cucumber Sunwitch looking to get some shots. Now Blue has something working here. The Flurry Flakin now down to about 40% perma. Cucumber Sunwitch now balloon broken, though. They may pay for their transgressions. Flurry Flakin again hull broken. Cucumber Sunwitch also hull broken. Flurry now going to take some Hades shots for their trouble. Looks like they're going to trade some perma-hull here. Advantage Blue right now. Deicide moving around the corner. Advantage Blue is a Flurry Flakin's hull broken, and finally Blue on the board. 3-1. Finally, Blue is on the board. I wonder if Red get a little too aggressive for their own good. It's a Deicide moving in. They've got a bit of a 1v1 here on the Reborn. They've got it for about 5 to 10 seconds as Reborn looking to get the Hades shots into the Deicide. That Hades not raining true as Reborn trying desperately to focus on staying alive. Reborn, hull broken. Those Hades, that Gunner arc, that Gunner stamina trying to come into play here. Gatling going from the Cucumber Sun, which they are just out of range. Now they're in range of the Deicide. And there's a hull break on the Deicide. Deicide's in trouble right here. That is a hull break on the Deicide. They should clean that up. That should be 3-2 any second. Reborn with a bit of a kiss on the cheek of the Deicide. Deicide almost down. They're almost down. They are down 3-2. Blue finally cleaning it up. Blue starting to make a comeback. And Flurry Flakin from long range with the surprise I'm here from your backside. They're looking to put shots, and they're looking to get a cheap one here on the Reborn. Flurry Flakin realizing, oh no, this is a snowball. This is not good. We need to find hard cover and hurry. Will they pay with permahull? No, they will not pay with permahull. They will pay with 1 engine and 2 gun. Oh, Blue's getting aggressive here. They're looking to push this snowball right here down the hill. Deicide spawning on the far end. This is going to be a strong push by Blue. A big mistake by Flurry Flakin. Blue's going to look to capitalize here, folks. Reborn a bit out of position. They cannot push up. Cucumber Sunwitch looking to push up very quickly, very aggressively, and you can't blame them. They need to push right now. They're looking to put shots into the balloon of the Flurry Flakin. Is the Reborn. Reborn pushing up very aggressively. Cucumber Sunwitch pushing in very aggressively. Flurry Flakin look to go under the Cucumber Sunwitch. They are doing so right now. They are, Cucumber Sunwitch looking to block him. Oh, but the balloon block into the Cucumber Sunwitch. Cucumber Sunwitch is in big trouble right here. Flurry Flakin might get a cheap one. No, Cucumber Sunwitch backs up just enough. Flurry Flakin now taking Hades shots in. They're taking a flare. They're taking everything right now. Flurry Flakin is going to pay for their transgressions. The snowball just got shoved downhill. 3-3 all tied up. Flurry Flakin, big mistake right there. It causes Blue to tie it all up here at 3. Deicide, meanwhile, deciding to find that hard cover there. Parked in the trees. They say, I have found the bush. They have disappeared into the cover of bush. No worries, mate. As, of course, they've got that stag. They've got that stag decal on that balloon. They will mistake, of course, the Deicide for a wild fauna. No worries, mate. The snowball, though, was real as Flurry Flakin with a big mistake there, allowing the Reborn and the Cucumber Sunwitch to get back into the matchup. It turned a 3-2 into a 3-3. Got to question the decision on the spawn. But Blue moving in very aggressively on the Deicide. They have realized that those antlers are not naturally made. They are man-made antlers. They're moving in on the Deicide. The jig is up here, and they're going close range. Blue realizing that close range is going to be their forte. Getting very aggressive and getting the hull break on the Deicide. Blue looking to put something very aggressive here on the Deicide. Will they take the lead? But Cucumber Sunwitch in trouble themselves. Almost balloon popped, almost armor broken. Almost completely broken Cucumber Sandwich in a world of hurt right now. That is not good for the Cucumber Sandwich. DS side again, hole broken. They're moving in very aggressively on the Reborn. Cucumber Sandwich balloon broken again. Will they be completely broken? Cucumber Sandwich looking for that hard cover. They've got 10 stacks on the hull. They dive down finally. DS side looking to turn maybe on the Cucumber Sandwich. No, they're looking for hard cover themselves, but they bump into the environment. Looks like DS side's in trouble here, and there's the kill. Blue has taken the lead, coming back down from 0-3. They are now up 4-3 here, folks. A big comeback right here by SMGS. My goodness. It is now 4-3 in favor of Blue. Red with first blood advantage. I need a timer right now. I need a timer in my life, Huskar. What is the time remaining? Flurry Flake it all alone. Cucumber Sandwich low perma. Red needs to get the kill on the Cucumber Sandwich. Blue needs a kill, I think. I do not think this is going to be a situation in which Blue can play timer. Blue needs the kill. I do not think they're going to get a timer out of this. Not with 3:30 remaining. They need something going here. They need to get a kill. They need to follow this up with a big win. Reborn's in trouble, though. That is a balloon break on the Reborn. They're looking for hard cover. Flurry Flake. Oh, Cucumber Sandwich is in trouble now. This is going to be very bad for the Cucumber Sandwich. They are about to get balloon broken. They are balloon broken. Oh, this is very bad. They're wide out in the open as Cucumber Sandwich. They're about to be armor broken. They are almost going down. They are down. It is all tied up at 4, folks. This is a great way to end SCS number 157 with a 4-4. Red with first blood advantage. 1 kill to a finish, folks. 1 kill to a finish. Reborn in trouble. They're balloon broken. They are armor broken. They are about to be dream broken here. Broken dreams, shattered dreams everywhere as Reborn backing up the truck looking to just evade the inevitable. Will they survive? Will the Reborn survive? They're barely hanging on. Whew, what a match to close SCS 157. If Blue wins, though, it's not the end of SCS 157. Reborn still backing up that truck, but they're at the map edge, folks. They have nowhere to go. They have absolutely nowhere to go. They are stuck now. The trade winds are going to push them back. Unless they were looking for the trade winds to try to push them back and try to dodge, that's about the only thing I can think of right there. They're looking for that hard cover. They might actually get it here, folks. Oh my goodness, Reborn may have just saved the matchup for Blue. But they have to get a kill. Red with first blood advantage. Blue has to get a kill here. They have to force overtime, I think. Whoo! What do you do if you're Blue? What do you do? Cucumber Sandwich spotted almost immediately. And both red ships deciding to make a beeline for Cucumber Sandwich. Cucumber Sandwich realizing that's happening. They are looking to back up the truck here. Let's take a look at that pilot loadout. They do have Hydro. You can expect a quick Hydro any second. You know it's coming. They're actually looking to potentially armor tank right here. They're going to look for that Hydro. The question is when. The question is when. That hull break comes out. No Hydro. Now they decide to Hydro. I think that's a little late on the Hydro. And Red wins it. A great job right there. I think that might have been a bump into environment eating that kill. My goodness. Fancy Cloud Dancers wins SCS number 157, but my goodness, they had to earn it. Whew. What a close to the tournament. Wow. Gotta give both teams credit, but Fancy Cloud Dancers just a little bit better. Just a little bit better, folks. What a tournament. And of course, a big thanks to Huskar for refereeing the tournament and hosting the tournament here today. And for Huskar, my name is Lysanya, not Lysanya, signing out for the afternoon. Good night, everybody. Great tournament, and thank you to all teams for showing up.